Hi guys, what's up? My name is Ronald, and today we are going to be looking at my top 8 favorite villains. Not 10, not 5, 8 favorite villains. And uh, my 8th favorite villain is GLaDOS. And why she's my favorite, one of my favorite villains is I just love her so much. She is so sarcastic and funny, and she just makes me laugh all the time. And whenever I'm having a bad day, I'll just get on some Portal, and I'll just like listen to her all day. And I just think she's really funny. I think she's one of those like classic bad guy villains that you know is the villain from the start, and she shows that bonus in her, and that's why I love her. BTW, the cake is a lie. My seventh favorite villain is Chaos from Skylanders. And why he's one of my favorites is he's just this quirky little villain that's trying to take the world. And he may be scary, he may have a big army behind him, but he'll always be like too afraid to face things on his own, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes he's not, sometimes he is, but I just love him so much, and I love that nothing's really gonna get to him ever, and he just tries so hard to be this person, which I really admire that. He's got a lot of determination, as if you would say. Speaking of determination, my next favorite villain, my sixth favorite villain, is Flowey, and why Flowey is just so. Flowey's going to be Undertale, and when you first fall into the underground Undertale as your character, you meet this little flower guy. And at first he's really nice to you, but then he tricks you and tries to kill you. And throughout the Undertale, he is always watching you. And at the end of the game, at one of the last boss fights, you can either choose to kill your boss, or you can spare him. And if you spare him, Flowey kills him anyway, but if you do not spare him, Flowey says you have it. And honestly, that's not the last boss fight, because Flowey is one of the very fights. And after Flowey's boss fight, once you beat him, you have to choose to spare kill. And he makes a deal with you if you wanted to choose and with her being the last boss. He shows all your friends show up, and they are supporting you, and it makes this wonderful family. Then Flowey comes in and ruins it all. And honestly, Flowey just is quirky, and I just love him so much. And my next one is Kara from Undertale. And why I love Kara is she or he is just such an interesting character. Because what he or she wants to do is Kara wants to destroy the world for good, because he or she has seen the damage that Frisk, the main character, has caused. And Kara just wants it all to go away. And honestly, Kara is the main bad guy. She or he is the main villain of the story. And in the genocide route, once you've killed everyone, she or he shows up, and she or he asks if for a favor. And if you take that favor, that means she or he gets to take your soul. But if you refuse it, Kara kills you, and the whole world is reset. And you can never go back to your past saves or anything like that. But Kara she or he is just misunderstood, and they just want things that are great for the world. And I really admire that. Just trying your best to do what you think is right, and that's why I really admire. The next favorite villain on my list is the White Witch from Ni no Kuni, and she is the main, well, not the main protagonist. Wait, what? Not main protagonist, main villain. And throughout the game, she sends a person named the Dark Jinn after you. And the Dark Jinn tries everything to stop you. And she has created this council with her mind and her imagination. So she all of that imagination has gathered up and she's created this own like idea of hers that she needs to take over the world. So you the main character, or I don't remember his name, Oliver, go on this quest to stop her. And honestly, she isn't the bad guy. She is just a girl lost in a world she doesn't understand. And honestly, I would see her as a pretty good guy. Uh, Speaking of that, next on my list is the Dark Jinn, also from Ni no Kuni. And why I love him is he's also misunderstood. All villains I love are misunderstood, but he is just unique, and he tries to stop you throughout the journey. And once you defeat him, Oliver has this dream about his mom and how he cannot get her back. Spoilers. And that really crushes him, and the Dark Jinn kind of tells his story about how his family kind of got destroyed and how he got destroyed from the inside and from the outside. And honestly, I feel like he doesn't want to hurt anyone. I think he just wants his family back. And I would totally get it. But the next villain on my list is Songbird from Bioshock Infinite. And why Songbird is one of my favorite villains is Songbird is just this unique villain. He wants to get back what he was supposed to protect. And what he was supposed to protect was Elizabeth, one of the main characters in the Bioshock game. And honestly, Songbird isn't the bad guy, but Songbird is constantly trying to stop you and trying to find Elizabeth. And in the end of the game, Elizabeth and the main character, Booker, or use Songbird to destroy Elizabeth's father's empire. And it works, but we get a little surprise because Songbird gets a little out of control. And what Elizabeth does is she creates a rip in time, and suddenly you're back to the first game. Not exactly. What I'm trying to say is, in the first game, there's this little city underwater called Rapture, and Booker and her get teleported back to Rapture with Songbird, and Songbird is out in the water being destroyed, and all he wants is to make sure Elizabeth is safe, and she tells him in the end that she is fine and she is okay, and Songbird dies. And I'd really admire this robot's bird determination, but I would never experience something like that, and I think that's amazing. Which leads us to my most favorite villain of all time, or hero, you could say, Handsome Jack. And oh god, Handsome Jack is a horrible person. He ripped out some guy's eyeball with a spoon. He enslaved his own daughter. He poisoned his best friend Wilhelm. He destroyed New Haven. Honestly, this guy is a bad guy. And Handsome Jack is from the game Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3 sequel. And honestly, Jack isn't the most stable guy in the world. He, what his plans are to take over Pandora and make it into a better place, to basically cleanse Pandora. And Vault Hunters are trying to stop him. Now wait, in Borderlands the pre-sequel, we get to see Jack again, but if you notice this little thing on his face, that's a mask. And in Borderlands the pre-sequel, Jack does not have that mask. So at the end of game of Borderlands the pre-sequel, Jack gets betrayed by all of his friends except you, the Vault Hunter. And you guys go find the vault, you save the day, blah blah blah, and there's this little thing floating in the air, and Jack goes to inspect it. And he touches the little circle thing, which is basically the vault symbol, and he gets lifted into this throne, and a bunch of information is thrown into his head, and basically he is seeing the future. But Lilith, one of the bad guys of Borderlands pre-sequel, stops the connection, and she punches that relic into Jack's face. And after that, Jack goes back to Hyperion, the place he works, and he gets this mask to cover up his scar, to show that he is handsome and he is not to be messed with people. And he, throughout Borderlands the pre-sequel, he kind of starts losing it because a bunch of these people that he has known for years start betraying him, and he just couldn't take it anymore. So in Borderlands 2, Jack ends up dead, and that is it, the end of Handsome Jack. But honestly, if we think about it, he really is the hero. Like, there is this quote I know is that history is written by the victors, and the victors were the people that betrayed Jack. And they all they wanted was the profit, the money. All they wanted was that. And they would go to anything to get anything they wanted, especially by betraying their friends. And Jack wants to get a little revenge on them. So in Borderlands 2, Jack decides that he wants to kill every single Vault Hunter for what they've done to him. And he just kind of loses it. But, Jack truly isn't the villain because he's just misunderstood, and he he's lost everything, especially his daughter, who betrayed him too, and he just doesn't know who he is anymore, honestly. Except one thing he knows he is the hero. And honestly, I could completely agree with that. But anyway, that was my 8 top favorite video game villains of my age. There will be plenty of more video games out there, and I might make like top 10 or 8 favorite protagonists. But who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry for being like so awkward about it. Hopefully you liked the song at the start. Please do not copyright that because I do not own that song. Trust me, I do not. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!